There's this food rivalry between North Vietnam and South Vietnam, and it's kind of intense. Look no further than this real comment that I received on my video about the food in the northern city of Hanoi.
Going to Hanoi for Vietnamese food is like going to Taco Bell for Mexican food.
Now that is an unhinged take, but it got me thinking. After visiting both the north and the south of Vietnam for myself, whose food do I actually prefer? And are they even all that different to begin with? My name is Josh, and I'm a digital nomad who lives in a different country every single month. Join me for a food tour through Ho Chi Minh City, the largest and most populated city in Vietnam, as I try 5 of their most famous meals and directly pit them against their counterparts in the north. So stick around, because by the end of the video, I will be choosing a winner, and I think that you might be surprised by the result. Fight! For the first round of this duel, I'm going to pit 2 local specialties against each other. These are lesser known dishes that are very particular to their cities, and as such are a bit underrated when it comes to Vietnamese cuisine as a whole. In Ho Chi Minh City, that local dish is a specialty known as Hủ Tiếu Nam Vang, and it took very little research to figure out where I needed to go to try this dish. Why? Because when Michelin gives you a recommendation, you take it. Or, I don't know, at least I do anyway. The place I'm talking about is a restaurant called Hong Phat. It's located right in the heart of town, and they're known across Saigon for their Hủ Tiếu Nam Vang as well as their handmade bao, and so naturally I ordered some of each. Hủ Tiếu Nam Vang is a noodle dish in a clear bone and seafood broth, and traditionally it comes with minced pork, sliced liver, shrimp, and quail egg. It's really quite the concoction. A lot of protein, a lot of flavor, very authentic. And then, of course, bao, an icon, beloved in all of Asia. The particular version of bao they are known for at Hong Phat has pork and a quail egg inside, as well as sausage and mushroom. And so you can already see one of the main differences between food in the south versus food in the north. Here, there is a lot more going on. There's more color, more flavor, all of it. For the first round of this duel, I'm going to directly compare this dish to cha ca. As you might remember from my northern Vietnam food video, cha ca is a dish that features grilled fish with dill. Comparatively, cha ca is very simple. It's very straightforward, less flavors overall, but the flavors that do exist are very intentional and strategic. While both of these dishes are really good, and these restaurants are very deserving of their global recognition, for me, the winner of round 1 is definitely Northern Vietnam and cha ca. I know, but fear not. I have a hunch the South may try to mount a comeback in round 2. Hey, Josh from the future here. I am presently editing this Vietnam food video from my Airbnb in one of the most gorgeous cities in the entire world, Paris, France. But I wanted to quickly pop on here and let you know that my videos might actually look a little bit different moving forward. Why? Because I've been lucky enough to receive one of Insta360's brand new GO Ultra cameras, and I can already tell that it is going to be a game changer for me. It is super cute and super lightweight. It's also amazing in low light. It's got crazy long battery life, a replaceable SD card, and despite its very small size, still shoots 4K 60 frame per second video. And for as amazing as all of those technical elements are, my actual favorite part is that it is magnetic, okay? I can literally attach it to a metal pole on the streets of Paris and have a static shot recording in seconds. I also love that the creator kit comes with this magnetic lanyard that allows me to easily record a hands-free point of view shot like this one I got of the iconic Eiffel Tower. As you can see, this camera is amazing, and if you'd like to order one for yourself, I have a link for you to use down in the description below. And of course, a huge thank you to Insta360 for sponsoring this video. Up next, here in round 2 of the duel, we have the banh mi. Look, I ate a bunch of banh mi both in the north and in the south. I love sandwiches. But here in this video, I'm going to take the opportunity to talk about perhaps the most famous banh mi restaurant in Ho Chi Minh City, Banh Mi Huan Hoa. This is one of those places that always has a line, right? Okay, you know the type. They don't have many menu options, they are cash only, their food is only available to go, and yet everyone in town shows up to place an order. I grabbed their signature banh mi, which involves pork and ham and sausage and pate and butter, okay? Yeah, it has a lot going on. Normally, I just order a banh mi with chicken and cheese and call it a day. But here, I was too curious. I had to try their star sandwich. And, yeah, let me just cut to the chase really quick. This was incredible. Wow. The bread was textured and baked perfectly. Easily, this is the best baguette that I had all month long. The ingredients could have been overwhelming, but they actually meshed together perfectly to create this very balanced and filling flavor experience. I also ordered a bao, but honestly, I did not need to do that, okay? It was good, but the sandwich was filling enough. I was stuffed. I needed a whole nap after that. The banh mi in the north were good, but personally, I had better ones both in the south and in the central regions of Vietnam. When it comes to banh mi, definitely we're giving the point to the south. And with that, we're tied 1-1. Fight! In round 3, we're talking about bún chả. Now typically, bún chả is very much a northern dish, and while that's true in the traditional sense, I found an entirely different interpretation of bún chả during my visit to Hai's restaurant in Ho Chi Minh City, and it really is a very unique experience. If you didn't watch my previous food video, bún chả is traditionally a pork dish in a sort of fish and vinegar sauce. The location I visited in Hanoi is famous worldwide because it is the place where former President Barack Obama tried bún chả for himself. Here, there is no bowl of sauce. Instead, there is a huge collection of ingredients laid out in front of you, and among them, rice paper. As I was carefully instructed by my server, you're supposed to use the rice paper along with the ingredients to sort of make your own little bún chả spring rolls, and then you can go ahead and dip them into some vinegar sauce. It is a totally different animal, but at the end of the day, it's mostly the same ingredients. So it's the same, I guess, right? I only had a few days in Ho Chi Minh City, and yet I very much was tempted to come back here and eat this again. Highly recommend a visit. So, with all of that said, you might be a bit surprised to learn that I'm giving the bún chả point to the north. I mean, it's true. The bún chả in Hanoi is undefeated. Honestly, I tried it twice, and it was 2 of my favorite meals of the whole year. This is a dish where the North might have had a bit of home field advantage, but fear not, we are going to even things up in round 4. Just like I did with banh mi, in round 4 we are going to directly pit one of Vietnam's most famous icons against itself. This time we are talking about pho. The difference between pho in the north and pho in the south mostly boils down to the boldness of the broth. For my bowl of pho in Ho Chi Minh City, I went to yet another Michelin establishment, a place called Pho Hung. When you simply look at these two dishes, pho in the north and in the south don't really look all that different, but ultimately the broth in the north is typically more transparent and pure in its beefiness. It's really great as a baseline to add more of your own flavors if you want. It's very different in the south. In the south, you're getting a lot more flavor in the broth, and it feels like it provides a lot more identity to the actual dish, as opposed to simply serving as a canvas to create something you might like better. With that said, this is one situation in which more flavor is definitely more better. And so, unquestionably, when it comes to pho, the point goes to the south. Fight. It's time for our tiebreaker, and it's another Vietnamese classic. This one is going to be a heavyweight bout because I'm talking about something that is accessible and beloved by many people around the world, but with versions that are entirely unique to Vietnam. I'm talking about coffee. In my Hanoi food video, I raved about egg coffee, and while you can certainly get that in the south as well, it's more famous in the north. That's where it was invented, and the fact that it is commonly served warm makes a lot more sense up there, where the winters can actually get pretty chilly. It does not get chilly in the south. However, coffee is still very much a huge part of the culture in Ho Chi Minh City. In fact, one of the coolest places I went to on my entire trip was to the Cafe Apartments. It's this entire apartment complex in which many of the units going all the way up to the top feature cafes. I did know that I wanted to be up at the top for the best views, so I chose a cafe called Good Day Coffee. The most famous and unique coffee to the south is coconut coffee, specifically iced coconut coffee to keep you cool through the endless heat spells. And coconut coffee is good, okay? It's real good. And it's honestly pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's sweet coffee that's strong, and also it tastes like coconut and has actual coconut shavings blended in. I loved tasting it. I loved everything about it. Unfortunately, I did not love it as much as the egg coffee in Hanoi. The North wins 3 points to 2. In all seriousness though, both the North and the South have really amazing food. In fact, for the sake of this video, the North had a pretty huge advantage because I spent a lot more time there than I did in the South. This was a really fun video, and there is a lot to love about Vietnamese food altogether. It's truly best to look at this nation as having several entirely different culinary regions, all of which are worth exploring and appreciating in their own delicious ways.